Hello, Covenant fam. I know. Oh, Lord, I need to get a new line. um, so, yes, obviously, I am still sick. Trying to let it go, but this virus or whatever it is that I damn got don't want to let me go. I must be a good host. I must be a good host. Anyway, um, I had a subscriber, Daniel, ask me to speak on some of the rumors about Covenant. And yes, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of like bad things that are said about Covenant. And the crazy thing is I've said this whole time, everybody experiences things differently, right? Sorry, every time I talk to you guys, I'm on the go. But as I was saying, everyone experiences things differently. You know, some people are going to have bad experiences, some people are going to have good experiences. So I wouldn't necessarily call them rumors. But there's an explanation for everything that has happened that has kind of taken on a life of its own in mass numbers and mass opinions. So the first thing I'm going to speak on is everybody talks about the Covenant Hotel, right? So what it is Covenant purchased an old school hotel that's across from Days Inn. Where Covenant has that property is in Lookout Valley or Lookout Valley Mountain. It's like a small little town thing. I don't want to say like, you know, kind of like those, not a resort town. It's, you know, like a small town. And they have like lots of hotels like in the surrounding area, like one store, you know, there's a Walmart right there. So like, it's just like a group of hotels, you know, different hotels in an area for those that are traveling or whatever. Anyway, so, and like restaurants and stuff. But Covenant purchased this property and it was a old hotel. And they put, you know, Covenant's name on there and everything. And they have key cards, you know, like you would for normal. Let me see, is that better? Maybe. I don't know if y'all can see me. You know, they have key cards like a hotel. You know, you put your key card in and then the light turns green, you open the door. You know, but the hotel's old. It's been there for a long time. Covenant probably put money into it when they first got it, you know, did upkeep. But having driver after driver after driver after driver, I mean, back to back to back, a high, you know, usage. They put their money into it and they got their money's worth. Let's just say that, okay? Because it was a bit run down, but it wasn't like, it wasn't a roach motel, if that makes sense. It was just an old school kind of like, you know, something that got overused, okay? But it still served its purpose. You know, you had 2 beds in there, 2 queen size beds. There was a TV. It came with a remote. You know, each bed had a set of towels on there. Had a bathroom, a dresser, like, you know, and then like the AC unit or whatever, the wall AC units that like you would find in hotels. You turn the dial and then it, you know, blows the air out or whatever. So it was a hotel. I don't know how else to explain it. So anyway, you were literally there for a maximum of 2 weeks. And I say that just giving cushion for like you waiting for a trainer or something like that, unless it was really bad around that time. And we've always struggled in the area of trainers. So, you know, for some reason, trainers don't really stay. Don't know why. I haven't done that journey yet. But if you had to wait longer for a trainer, you had to wait. So therefore, you wait at the hotel after orientation. But you also stay there for orientation. So the week max is like, I'm sorry, the week minimum is, you know, for orientation. And then if you're waiting for a trainer and there isn't one available, then it starts leading into like more, you know, another week or, you know, however long. So anyway, you do that at the hotel. So for you to be somewhere that didn't even last, you know, that long, I don't understand what the complaints were about. Okay. It wasn't the greatest, but it still gave you somewhere free to lay your head, and they fed you, and they still feed you to this day. I don't know if it's the greatest food in the world. I didn't do my orientation in Chattanooga. I did my orientation in Pomona. I loved it. I love Pomona. Okay. But you know, they feed you. I mean, anywhere you stayed, they gave you somewhere to sleep, and they gave you stuff to eat. Okay. They fed you. Wasn't the greatest, again, but it was something. You can't complain about stuff that's free, right? So, anyway, so you're at the hotel and you're waiting for your trainer or whatever. You get a trainer, boom, check out. You get on your trainer's truck. That's your new home until you're done with training. So again, I don't understand what the big hoopla was about for you being somewhere for a week. Like literally a week. If you were lucky. So, with that being said, while you were there, some drivers experienced roaches, so they say, you know. Now, I myself have never seen any roaches there. Never seen any roaches there. But I can't speak for what other people have seen, you know. But there has been a really high, like, roach infestation in a lot of different places. I will say that, because even where I was in Barstow, I mean, I can walk out into the complex and you would see, like, you know, maybe a roach or something in the grass. Like, I mean, he was just mobbing. Like, and I'm looking around like, is this fool like really just walking? Like, it ain't nobody business. So, you know, it wasn't just Tennessee, if they were even out there, but I don't doubt it. If you don't know how roaches live, you're not going to understand. You're going to automatically assume, oh, people are dirty, you know. No, they thrive in dirty places. But roaches and water bugs, they'll go where food and water is. I mean, just like any living organism will go to where they can survive, and they can eat, and they can drink, and they can have somewhere to be, right? So that's what it was. But in a lot of certain places, they were everywhere. Like even out in Nevada, you know, there are areas that have them. So it's, you know how fast those things multiply? Like, it is insane. Like, the eggs are like in the millions. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you try fighting against that, okay? But I do know that Covenant has people that come out and spray or whatever, you know, but there's only so much that they can do, right? But I've never seen an infestation of roaches at Covenant Hotel. I never seen any roaches at Covenant Hotel. That's just me, I guess. And I mean, but there's other drivers that said that they never have either, but other ones say that they have, and there were a lot of them, and they were in their room and all this other stuff. But if that was the case, like I said, they multiply so quickly that all the rooms would have had them. All the rooms would have been infested, because once they get in the walls, it's a wrap. There's no going back, right? Excuse me. So that, I don't know. I'll let you form your own opinion on that, because like I said, everybody's going to experience something different. I can't say that those that have experienced, the roaches are liars. It's just, I didn't see any. So there's that. Then there's the whole bed bug thing. Now, again, if you don't know how these insects work, if you don't know anything about them, you're not going to understand. Bed bugs don't come from people being dirty. Let me just say that. My mom had gotten these couches from this lady or whatever, and they were in there. We didn't know. So my mom was like, yeah, I want the couches. So she brought the couches. Everything was fine. I promise everything was fine. And then my grandpa came, may he rest in peace. My grandpa came and he spent the night. He slept on the couch. So the next day, everybody's waking up and stuff, and we had cats at the time. So he's like, baby girl. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, your cats have fleas? And we like, no. And he's like, well, something was biting me all up, while I slept last night. And now, I just keep itching. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know why you were bit up or why you're itching, but no, our cats don't have fleas. We get the flea collars. We bathe our cats, most cats don't like water, but we actually, from kittens, we bathe them to get them used to being bathed. So anyway, so he's like, something was biting me up. I said, I don't know, Grandpa. I'm sorry, but I don't know what to tell you. Nobody else was getting bit. He went home. Nobody else was getting bit. We all sat on that couch. We all, some of us laid on that couch, slept on the couch. Nothing was happening until they started to multiply, and we did not know. So as time went on and us not knowing, they were just living life, doing whatever they wanted to do. So it started to happen that every now and again somebody would get bit, and then it started happening to us, and then more and more. And then even when we were in our beds, when we were standing in the living room or whatever, and they would be in the carpet, and we'd just be standing there, they just have a field day. So we started experiencing the bumps, the itching, and the burning and all that stuff. So we finally found out that, we had bed bugs. I mean, they multiplied so quickly. It was insane. They almost multiply as fast as roaches, okay? But they burrow inside your things in dark places, creases, crevices, and they hide there all day until nighttime. Okay, they only come out at night, and if they, I don't know how they sense that you're there. I don't know if it's a smell. I don't know if it's the vibrations of you moving in the bed or whatever. But once they, sorry, I was turning up my brightness so I can see what you guys see. I want to make sure that it's not like super dark and I couldn't see. Anyway, I don't know how they, pick their people, because some of us were getting bit up more than others. So I don't know if it's by blood type, but I mean, how do they determine that? I don't know if it's just part of their instinct and that's how they live because they're able to determine that. But a lot of us got tore up. I mean, tore up. And it's these little red bumps, and they raise up a little bit like welts, and they itch. They itch like crazy, and when you scratch them, they kind of burn a little. It's like a small burning sensation, and the area that the bite is at is super hot. Like that area is running a fever. So it's like you're hot under your skin in that area. So anyway, so then we all started experiencing it, and we found out that it was bed bugs and all this other stuff. I didn't even know these things existed. I thought it was just something that your parents say, like, oh, good night, sweetie, don't let the bed bugs bite, you know, and stuff like that. So I didn't think it was real. Like, me or my husband, we didn't think it was like a real thing until we experienced it. Did not know that these little creatures even existed. No lie. So anyway, you don't have to be dirty to get bed bugs, okay? Once they get in your stuff, it is very hard to get rid of them. Like, very hard to get rid of them. And it's expensive. It's expensive to get rid of them because it's a heating process, a heating exterminating process to get rid of them. It's literally nuts, okay? And highly, highly expensive. So I do know that some people brought bed bugs to the Covenant Hotel. Some people did have them at home or wherever they were staying, or their auntie house, or if they were living under a bridge, or whatever. I don't know. But someone had to have brought them to the hotel. And then they breed like crazy. Okay? So not only are they breeding like crazy, but if you're in a room and you're experiencing the issue, and then you decide that you don't want to be in that room, I mean, who would want to stay there, right? So you gather your things and then you move to another room. So now you just move them from one room that you were in into the other room. They get in your luggage. They're on your clothes. They don't stay on those things, but they will hitch a ride like it's nobody's business, okay? Just like roaches. Roaches will find their way into shit. I mean, dang it. You guys didn't hear that. Okay? You guys didn't hear that. This video is too long for me to go through a whole nother one. I'm not gonna do it. So, anyway, so they get into your stuff, they hitch a ride, okay? Once they hitch a ride, you put your bags down, they leave off of your bags, and they go, and they start scouting out, like exploring where they're gonna be, right? So, again, none of this can fall on Covenant. And then people are like, oh, well, it's their responsibility to fix it and get rid of it. Yeah, if people tell them that it's there. They don't do that. What drivers do is they get in these rooms, they're experiencing these things, and they're like, I want to change rooms. And then they make up some excuse of why they want to change rooms. And then they change rooms, and then the things that they're trying to run from are still following them. And then all they're doing is infesting one thing after another. And then other people come into those rooms, and then they get, bit, attacked or whatever. And they're, oh, Covenant's got bed bugs, or Covenant's got roaches, and this and that. It's like Covenant didn't even know. Okay? And sometimes they might have known. Because I know some drivers that have told them something is biting me, but it takes a lot to get rid of them, like I said. So I I know for a fact that they have taken care of it as soon as they knew about it. But it doesn't even have to be just the Covenant Hotel, and let me explain. So I've stayed at Covenant Hotel every time that we were in Chattanooga and my truck was down or something like that, or even when I was going through, when I had met up with my trainer, because I went from Pomona to Texas to Chattanooga to meet my trainer. I had to travel all that way to get to the terminal and chat so that I could meet my trainer, and then I started my training from there. But anyway, excuse me. When I got to the Covenant Hotel, it was full. So they set me up at the Days Inn for my first night. And Days Inn is right across the street from the Covenant Hotel. I got in the Days Inn, and my room was fine because I knew what to look for and check for and all that other stuff. My room was great that I had. The roommate I had, not so great. I don't know who she was or where she came from or whatever, but anyway. Thank God it was only one night. So I stayed there. Then the next day, an opening came up at the Covenant Hotel, and then they put me over there. But when I was at Days Inn, there was a room there that was infested with bed bugs. Now, what could have happened was they could have came from the Covenant Hotel and went to Days Inn. Guess what? They brought them with them. Or someone else from God knows where that had nothing to do with Covenant could have been traveling and visiting, and they brought the bed bugs, and then one of our students stayed there and was like, nope, I'm not staying here, and then went to the Covenant Hotel and then infested over there. So there's a lot of things that could have happened, okay? A lot of different scenarios that could have happened. I said all that, but my point is that bugs travel, and you don't know where they came from, who brought them, because nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, I brought bed bugs with me. You know, I kind of travel with them sometimes, and I like to leave some for other people, for them to experience them too. Nobody's going to do that. No, nobody's going to do that. And half the time, nobody even know that they got them. You know? So, until it gets too bad. But anyway, so I've been to the Days Inn in Ontario, California, and they had rooms for heat treatment, 2 rooms, heat treatment, bed bugs. Because that's how you treat them, that's how you kill them and get rid of them, is a heat treatment. So it could be anywhere. And these hotels, the Days Inn and the Days Inn in Tennessee is not like that pretty, okay? But again, it's not supposed to be. But it's not that pretty. But it's a step up from what people would consider the Covenant Hotel. And the Days Inn had bed bugs. So it doesn't matter what the hotel looks like. You can stay in the Hampton Inn and somebody could have brought bed bugs there. You could stay in freaking Caesar's Palace, Circus, any hotel that is high-end, expensive, and they will have bed bugs if somebody brings them. So that's what people need to understand, instead of just saying, oh, this place is dirty, they've got XYZ, because it doesn't come from being dirty. I don't know where bed bugs originated from or how or whatever. I didn't do that extensive research, but you know, anyway, it's not the place that you are, it's who's bringing them, right? So there's that. Now, again, I've never experienced bed bugs at Covenant Hotel. I never experienced them at the surrounding hotels. But I do know for a fact myself, with my own eyes, that those hotels have had bed bug issues. Okay? So all that stuff, oh, covenant this, covenant that, or whatever, it's the drivers that are bringing them in. Okay? But covenant takes care of it. The food, I was told, was not the greatest. But they have restaurants, surrounding restaurants. Covenant takes care of the necessities. Okay? If you want higher end, or you think that you're above, whatever they're offering you, you got all the options in the world to pay out of pocket. Okay? They will not stop you if you tell them, nope, I'm just going to pay for my own room for the week that I'm here. I'm going to, eat out for the week that I'm here. They're not going to tell you, no, you can't do that, right? But I guess how they see it is they're not going to invest money and put money into a place that drivers only spend a short amount of their time. Why would you do that? I mean, literally, why would you do that? But they have built new dorms, is what they call them. They built new dorms. It's up where the safety training is up on the safety course, right? Beautiful. I seen it when I had to go for my review. I seen it and I should have filmed. But beautiful space up there, right? The building is nice. It's brick. It's it's nice. They put money into it. Okay. The new rule is no established drivers will stay there. That facility is strictly for orientation, new drivers coming in to the company. Okay. I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I don't know what rules they're going to have. But I will say that I believe, and this is just my opinion, again, it's not something that Covenant said or that they're going to do. I didn't read it anywhere. But I believe in order to upkeep this hotel or this dorm area, they will have like a security that sits, in an office, or they're going to have someone from safety on the safety team there and take shifts. Or they might have like an RA, a resident advisor, like as if you were actually in a college dorm. And it's not because, people have to be supervised and this and that 24/7. It's the fact that, okay, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm sorry. That's exactly what it is. Because, let me tell you something. Drivers won't take care of nothing if it's not coming out of their pocket. They won't. They don't care if they break something or if they scratch, the walls or oops, my luggage just, kind of scratched the wall. But, oh well, no. There's no consideration for something that they feel, especially for a company like Covenant, to their, they got money, they can afford it, or they can pay for it, or, whatever. That's not the point. So you're going to destroy stuff and then expect them to keep fixing it. And when they don't fix it, then other drivers be like, Covenant broke. They ain't got no money. They ghetto, this and that. No, it's not. It's not that. Would you want to keep pouring your money into something that nobody else cares about, and then they just keep destroying it? You know how expensive stuff is? Washers, dryers, that they put there for you, for your convenience, so you can wash your clothes for free. Because at truck stops, I think they went up to, what is it, $3.75 $475, and that's just a wash. Like, that's not even including the soap that you have to buy. That's not including your dryer sheets. That's not including your you to dry your clothes. Like, you guys gotta understand that money just don't fall from anywhere. So they're not gonna keep pouring their money into something that drivers are acting like, you know, they don't have to be responsible grown-up adults and take care of stuff, whether it belongs to them or not. Like, the only way for things to last, for you to continue to use it, is if you take care of it. And if all drivers were taking care of it, therefore it will last a lot longer. But then you got those that just don't care, that can give a rat's patootie about, you know, this equipment. Like I said, washers, dryers, ice machines. You know how many times they had to fix the ice machine in Pomona? It was insane. Almost every week I went back, the ice machine was broken, so there was no ice. Like, that's literally free ice because it's an ice machine. So why would you break it for us to have to go and pay for ice? Who wants to pay for frozen water? Because I don't want to pay for frozen water. Who wants to do that? So there's that. Oh, and now Chattanooga. Now that Pomona is like kind of run down and nobody really goes there anymore. Nobody cares. Chattanooga. The last 2 times that I went to the chat terminal, ice machine broken. Like, come on, guys. Come on. I don't understand how you break the ice machine, you know. So there's that. What else? What else do they break? Sinks, soap dispensers, showers. They even remodeled the showers in chat. And I don't know if they did the men's as well, but the ladies got a shower makeover. And those showers are nice, I think. And you'll go in there and like the knob will be broken to turn the water on and stuff like that, and it's just it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, it just, you know, toilets, you know, breaking the handles and stuff and just leaving them, or the water running, you know, constantly. It's just, if you get use out of it and it breaks, whatever, say something so it can get fixed. Excuse me. But if you're deliberately breaking stuff and just like purposely being rough and everything else, you're part of the problem. You really are part of the problem. And I don't see Covenant putting money into something that's going to continuously get broken. For what? You know? So, like I was saying, the new dorms, you know, beautiful. They will be up and available, I believe, next month. In the month of December. So anybody coming within the next month, or even January, February, you know, the beginning of next year and all that, you guys will get to experience the dorms first. You know, and then you guys can let everybody know how it is. But I'm pretty sure that's going to come with bad reviews. Somebody's not going to like something. The room is too small. They got old school TVs. I don't know. People find all kinds of things to complain about, right? So it is what it is. So those are the like major complaints that I know of as far as like the hotel. People talk about the pay. Covenant does not pay for holidays or vacation. We do not get vacation pay. If you take time off, even if it's couple days or whatever, your reset, or anytime you are not driving that truck, you don't get paid. Okay? So I know a lot of drivers complain about that because, it hurts us when we don't make money, off the truck and stuff. But there's a reason for that. I don't know what the business politics are and what they look like for Covenant. So I couldn't tell you the reason why they decided to not do vacation pay. I know they used to have vacation pay, but then they took it, and then they were doing bonuses and incentives and all this stuff, and then they took that. So depending on what their reasoning is for all that stuff, I don't know. But I don't really question it. I just do my job and I go home. And it's not something that is like, I have to know why they don't do this or they don't do that. So I just start going down the rabbit hole trying to figure out like how I can get something out of it. I'm content. I don't complain, and I do my job. I do what's necessary in order to keep my job. So those that want to cause a ruckus over vacation pay, do that, but I doubt they're going to budge. What are you going to say to convince them that they already don't know? You know what I mean? Because like I said, they used to do vacation pay before. So there's that, and the incentives. So we have had some accounts that the incentive is there for you to be on that account. So for Wildcats, it is an additional 6 cents per mile to be on Wildcats, which is our doubles account. And being on that account, 6 cents a mile additional to your base pay, that is really, really good. Okay, it's one of our highest paying accounts, right? But there are only so many slots you can get on that account. Like they only have so many. So then it creates a waiting list, right? Then you have the reefer account that, reefer's kind of not doing too well right now. It's the slow season, but we still run reefer. Reefer had a 2 cent per mile incentive on top of your base pay. Okay, that has recently went away as of September 2022, September 1st. So drivers were upset about that. Okay, you still get your miles. I don't understand what the complaint was. And just because things went away doesn't mean that they're not gonna come back. Things change, they shift. You have to account and adjust for certain things, and that's what Covenant did. And for you to throw a fit about that and then not want to be on the account or not doing the account to the best of our driver's ability is really, really childish for you not to be able to do that. It's crazy. Just drivers talking mess and everything else. So anyway, there's that. And then there is like other accounts that are a bit more physical, that also come with an incentive, and they pay you a set amount per stop because it's a multi-stop load account. So that means that you go from one location, you unload, and then you go to another location, you unload, another location, you unload. So it's a lot of like stops and stop and goes and stuff like that. So there's that. There are some drivers that feel that Covenant doesn't treat their drivers well. and it depends on the situation. If it's travel, if you have to have a co-driver. If you don't have a co-driver, you get paid solo pay. Okay? It doesn't matter if it was your fault or not. If you're solo, you get solo pay. Plain and simple. But drivers were expecting to keep their teaming pay if their partner decides to quit or, take time off and all this stuff. And you're not going to get that. You're not going to get your team pay. You're not a team. So I don't understand where the confusion comes in that you think that you're going to get, team pay when you're not a team. So that was just really stupid to me that drivers were expecting to receive that. And no, it doesn't work like that. So a lot of drivers were getting mad and saying that it's BS and this and that. So, like I said, we're all going to experience different things, okay? I can't exactly call them rumors because they could have very well experienced those things. Good home time, flights, bus fare or bus tickets and car rentals and all that stuff. There are certain rules and guidelines that Covenant has for those things, and you have to follow them. You're not going to be treated special and not have to follow what they're telling you that you need to follow. Everybody needs to follow its policy. It is policy. So, I can't say that they're rumors. It's drivers' hardships, I guess. Not hardships, situations, or what a hardship is when you financially can't, sustain or whatever. So rumor, not so much, but I would say that issues that may arise, very possible, but you have to take certain things with a grain of salt and move on, and there are drivers that feel that they won't take it and they transition on their own, which again is also fine. But I don't know if you were looking for a specific rumor that you've heard or a situation that you heard that you were hoping that I would speak on. But I know that those are the biggest ones, the bugs and the pay and the accounts being lied to about, oh, my recruiter told me, XYZ, but I'm really getting ABC. So, those are the only things I can think of. I hope that I didn't scare you guys off too bad. But it's kind of some hard truths that may be a bit hard to swallow. But again, I don't lie to you guys on the channel, so I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. And sorry I've been MIA yet again. I'm just coming off of home time. You guys know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I typically don't film, anything because I'm at home. And I wasn't able to get to a couple of videos because some stuff came up and I couldn't get to it. I'm really hoping to do it this week I don't have anything planned that I know of, or I'm not expecting things to be, you know, chaotic in order for me to not be able to film and get you guys that stuff. It's just, I got a lot going on. Some stuff in my family's about to change, and I just kind of have to focus on that and make sure that I'm preparing as best as I can for it. So yeah. Anyway, so I hope I answered your questions, Daniel, and we will see you in the spring if, you know, that's around the time that you're going to be coming. So until next time, guys,